Right, Kieran, you've had it, mate. You have had it. You might have won the first one, but I won the second, and I'm coming for you for the third. You better watch out, because I'm going to deliver the knockout blow and take your legs from under you. I'm going to take that crown from you. So don't be there all smug, because your days as number one are numbered. We're ready, and tomorrow we will meet.
How you play the game with the people that writing the rules? Ain't the fame that I'm after when paying the dues. I've been through the pain that's reflected in the attitude. Might be winning now, but the thing is that I had to lose. So go and tell me what you really want to do. And lonely at the top, cause there ain't a lot of room. Ain't no other option, it's all I ever knew. So I'ma get it poppin', you know how I'ma do. I've been down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. I've been down through the blood and the sweat, and I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah. They know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know me close to being done yet, I'm going all in. I've been down from the jump. Ain't no love lost, we just really doing us. Go and take your seat, looking silly getting up. Y'all know what it is, let me tell them what it was. It was 24/7 on the grind, one thing at a time. Hard to understand, kind of person got the state of mind. We was making moves every day, getting things in line. You could go and say what you want, but believe that I've been down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. I've been down through the blood and the sweat, and I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. Yeah, and I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, they know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know me close to being done yet, I'm going all in.
So Calamity Kieran's at it again. He decided to bait up the back of his car.
Oh, but I'll still win.
You want to try and see what a kilo of boilies spread across an area looks like? That's what it looks like, look.
Blends in quite well.
He's in panic mode, look.
Yeah.
He's gone for the high vis look today. There's this free
High
sponsorship.
vis a pro.
Apex Carpentry and Joinery.
You've
For all your
one.
carpentry needs. Told you I'd crush you like a boilie. Yes, perfect. Yeah, well. Hello, well, you're joining us here today. We are at Poolhall. What lake's this?
Meadow. Meadow Lake.
Should we start that again?
Yeah, go.
Right, hello everyone. You've joined us here today. We are at Poolhall. Which lake are we on?
Meadow Lake.
And this is part 3 of the series which we've been doing, which is currently sat at 1-1.
Uno.
So we set up here last night. We're going to do the intro now in the morning because we
Yeah,
it's busy.
Late for work. Blake here from work. And what happened?
Kieran had a fish
Kieran had a fish.
again.
1-0 already. First blood to me.
So yet again on the back foot, chasing,
Panicking.
not panicking, still on my first cast,
Yeah.
which is unlike me.
His feet are itching.
Yeah, I want to bring them in shortly.
What time are we on?
They've been in for 12 hours.
What time are we on?
It is now 7:44.
Oh, just on bite time. Let's bring them rods in.
No, bite time's gone now.
Nah, bite time should come on truly on.
Sun's just coming up, warming up a little. You can hear other anglers around the lake waking up.
Yeah.
Hopefully they scare the fish back down here.
And then we can scare them back up there.
When we arrived there was a few fish here.
Yeah, that's how I capitalised on it. Casted a few bags
Just
out. Just a little bag, and that was it. A little bag of boilies, matchy hatch. And that was it. Just settling my third rod down and my first rod ripped off. So yeah, I pretty much the same. I only fished 2 rods to begin with for that first couple of hours, and then when it started getting dark I whipped the third rod out and put the 3 spoms over each one, which I think scared them all away. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. We'll keep you updated. Now that's carpy, or not for Matt.
There's been a lot of rumours lately about a wild black cat, and I've just had a sighting. Look at this. We've been told not to approach, but I'm going to anyway. Never look at his eyes. Crikey. And off he goes into the distance. We have another possible sighting. Lurking in the grass. Oh. We have a breeding call from Kezza. Let's keep low, stealthy, in its natural habitat.
Still filming? I sat next to this rod for 12 hours. I've come up there for 2 minutes and it's fucking
Oh my god, that's brilliant. Yeah, it did sound like you was away.
Did, didn't it?
Mm.
Any thoughts on that they've done me in the lake with the fishing tight?
Nah. Just a vicious liner.
You need to stay quiet and stealthy.
Oh man. So here we go. Matty said he was fishing solid bags, but he's already in panic mode. Fucking spotting at the best bite time of the day, apart from first thing in the morning. You in, mate?
Yeah.
It is for... It's giving up a second fight, is it? So we've been here, we got here at 6, just after, probably casted in for 7. It's now 8:15. Kieran's into his first fish. What was the spot, Kieran, on the edge of the... Into the bay?
Into the bay, I flicked a lily on the way in.
Oh, nice.
But I'll show you the tactics in a minute.
Yeah, we'll run through rigs in a minute.
Or later on. There's not many there, is there? Yeah!
Get in. First blood to Kieran.
1-0, mother.
Yeah. The first cut is a deepest. There's not many mirrors in here, mate.
Not many mirrors. Well done. What's your estimate?
My estimate
Without looking at it.
£13.5.
Is that what you're estimating?
Yeah. £13.5.
Fair play, mate. Well done.
First blood to me. Yeah. Happy days. That's it. You walk away. You walk away. The rods have been in. Well, not all of the rods actually, because I was just settling my third rod down on the rest, and the rod ripped off. The right hand rod ripped off, tight against the lilies. And look at that. Whoa. Look at that for a mirror. There's not many mirrors in here, I've been told, so chuff with that £13.5 on the KD rig. On the KD rig, long hair with a double wafter. So I'll go through those rigs with you later on and the reasons behind it. Yeah, there we go. Well, happy to be off the mark. 1-0 in the first couple of hours. Just not all the rods was out, just settling that third rod down and the bobbin pulled up tight. Bit of a parrot mouth on this one. Shame, but yeah, lovely looking fish. I'll get it back, get the rod back out. Recast again. He's already had these 3 rods out. Well, he's had them out once anyway. About an hour ago. It's easier. Oh, my eyes are better by watching the phone, watching you. Yeah? Is that a rod or is that a rod you casted? Is that a rod or is that your spud rod?
This is a spud rod.
Oh, fair enough then. It's your spud rod. Right, so I'm going to show you the rig that I caught the fish on yesterday within the space of an hour of being here. Nose is running. So get your shopping list ready, because the components you're gonna need is uncoated braid and a wide gape hook. That's it. Couldn't be any simpler. If I was being picky, I prefer to have a curve shank than a wide gape, but I didn't have any curve shank, so wide gape it was. So I started tying this rig, but I've decided to film it just to show you the simplicity that you need. Rigs, I think, are probably the least important thing. Your location is the most important. Your bait being the next, and then your rig being the third. So don't get too caught up in rigs. Just get on the fish and I need a new pair of scissors. Just get on the fish and give them something they want to eat. That's it. So yeah, a little overhand knot there. Now you want to do your overhand knot in accordance with what you're going to be using. So I'm actually using what I caught the fish on yesterday. Last night was actually a double wafter. I'll go through that at the end. But you want to do your hair according to where your bait's going to finish, making sure that if you're doing a snowman, your bottom bait wants to be on that knot. If you're doing just a single boilie, it wants to be on that knot. So you want to do your hair, your loop according to the size of your bait. The reason being, you don't want your bait sliding up and down. So yeah, that's the hair. So it's just an overhand knot. I need a new pair of scissors because it's not cutting that braid very good. I've had them scissors for a while now. They wasn't very good. I think they was cheap when I brought them anyway. Okay, so always feeding. Oh, I should mention I probably took off a foot, 16 inches of line, uncoated braid. So once your hair's made, you're always feeding through the back of the eye, the back of the hook. Okay, so I've decided to leave a long link, probably inch and a half, couple of inches, maybe a little smidge longer, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that now. So I'm going to be whipping this KD style, so I like to go twice around, pull that hair out the way, carry on, can be a little bit fiddly, carry on up the shank, another 5 or 6 times around, and then back through the eye, this knot style. So yeah, I'm just pulling that up tight, wetting it down. Get something so you can pull your rig tight. Make sure your hair is where it wants to be. Get yourself a rig puller if you want to, but I'll just use anything. So yeah, and then on your other end, a figure of 8 loop just to tie onto your quick link, and obviously you'll want some sort of anti-tangle sleeve or a little bit of sleeving of some sort, just to cover it, just to cover your loop onto your quick link. Again, wet it down, have a little pull, cut off so you got a loop there, so you can loop it straight out. Cut off your little tag. Alright, and that is it. That's all it is. So yeah, a little bit of silicone tube on there, or an anti-tangle sleeve, or whatever you want to do. Quite a long hair. and that is it. That's what caught me the fish. Like I said, if I was being picky, I would probably prefer to have a curved shank. Just because just to get that bit more of an aggressive turn, bit more of an aggressive angle out the eye. But I didn't have any, so right. So attaching the bait. So I'm just basically cutting off a little bit there. These are wafters, 16mm wafters. Cutting off a bit on each side. Going through the one. Through the other. Feeding it on. As you can see, that bottom wafter is just on that knot, which will secure it in place. Get your bait stop on, pull it all back up to your bait stop so it's on that knot, and that's it. That is the rig. Now, why I've chosen quite a big bait and a good 15mm separation, so this is how it's going to go into the mouth. So when it's sucked in, that hook is falling down into the bottom lip, and as it's blown out, this is my theory, as it's blown out, that's going to be ejected like that way, leaving the hook in the bottom lip, and the weight of that being ejected, boom, is going to set your hook in. That's my theory behind it. So yeah, it worked last night. We'll see how it gets on today. I've got 2 on this style, so I've been getting a mash bag, about 10 boilies, feeding it through the mesh bag and tucking that hook point inside the mesh bag. So I'm casting it out, means the hair can't tangle around in any way, and the hook point's masked up, so you know that you're fishing. And then you've got 10-15 boilies. I'm doing the bag quite tight, so when it melts, it goes, and the boilies probably scattering over maybe the bin lid area, the bait bucket area, probably going and popping about. So that's it. As simple as that. Can't get any simpler, really. That does the damage. Right, so what did the damage last night was the seeded plum. That's all I'm using on this session. Yeah, it's the only boilie from bank bait I'm using on this session. So I was just basically putting the 3rd rod on the rest, just tightening the line up, and the 1st rod I put out, the bobbin tightened, so that was tight against the lilies, literally brushed the lilies on the way in. So it was a bit of a blessing in disguise that I was right next to the rod, so I just could pick it up and walk back with it. But yeah, seeded plum, I think definitely my favourite. Definitely my favourite. The smell's fantastic, and that's so soft. You can tell. Well, I know that they're easily digestible. So they're going to be actively searching it out. So what I'd call that one on, just a mesh bag, 10, 15 boilies in, a couple of crushed ones in there, fed the hook link through the bag, and ping that out. So brushed the lily pad on the way in, but I know I'm fishing. The line sunk, so I know the lead and the bait was on the bottom, because the hook point was masked in the PVA mesh. I knew that I was fishing. So yeah, that's what done the damage. But seeded plum, get on it. It's definitely great. Alright.
Alright.
Yeah. What you got?
Good to show my rig. Now it's finished.
Fantastic.
Just done a video on it.
Yeah. There's Matty's rig. That looks
Looks
nice.
good.
What size hook's that? 4?
4 curve shank. I have started using 8s and 6s, toning it down, but I thought I'd go big or go home.
Yeah. Thanks for interrupting my video. Seeded plum, get on it.
Morning. Well, as you can see, it's now the first morning after the night before. No fish for me. Kieran's had 1, as I suspected. Now it's down to me to catch up or to overtake him. There's a lot of fizzing going on out there, so fingers crossed for a bite. Sorry. There you go, look. Weather is overcast. So, all 3 are out there. Got 1 in that bay there. 1 in that bay there. And the 3rd one is just on the edge of the lilies there. About there. So come on, let's do this. So I thought I'd do a little talk on the rig. It's not catching me anything yet. So I don't know if you can see that. It's called a slip D rig. So there it is. It is a size 4 curve shank with a whipping nut with the loop left. I'm just about to steam it. The reason I'm putting the shrink tube on is because the way the fluorocarbon exits, it's too aggressive. I don't like it. 8 inches, anti-tangle, and you'll notice I'm using a bait screw on that one. So let's see if we can get this down here. So we're going to steam the shrink tube, and also we're going to steam the line straight. So that's, you see that now, that has shrunk right down nice and compressed on the nut. We don't want to close the gate too much, so I'm trying to pull it out rather than down. It's a really nice, neat nut, and I like using the bait screws these days because it's so much easier, especially in night, and they do hold really well. So that's more than enough steam now. That's all compressed down. Steam that straight, got a bit of tension on it. Let's lift that back up. Sun's out now, looking nice. See that? So I'll take the forceps off. Now it's gone straight. There you go, look. Once it stops shaking. So what I'll do, I'll quickly grab a pop-up and show how easy it is. sorry, not a pop-up. I would fish this with a wafter or a bottom bait. It's a variation of the IQ D rig, but with a lot less faffing around. You fish with a bottom bait or a wafter. You wouldn't use, there you go, you wouldn't use a pop-up on this. So there you go, look. And also, now the kettle's boiled, time for my third coffee of the day, and it's 8:24. Come on, fish. Also, there's a couple of guys moved in on a swim opposite, and it's a double swim. I didn't realise, so it's going to be a lot of commotion now. It's really going to get right on my wick. See you soon, hopefully with a fish. I'm going to show you one of the reasons why I favour the slip D rig, and one of the main reasons is because I'm paranoid that when I get done by a fish, I'm left in a heap on the bottom. This resets every time. So I'm going to show it now. It's called a slip D rig, but it might as well be called a flip D rig. See that? It sits on the bottom, fishing, and then you flip it. No matter which way you flip that, see it fishing. Let's bring it back to the front. The water quality isn't very clear here. So every single time that rig is back fishing, look perfect. You can flip it, flip every time. I could do with some cleaner water. It just resets. Without fail. And that is why I have confidence in it. See that? Every time, look at that. See how that's fishing? Brilliant.
There we go, winding in. Okay, that is rod number 1 out of the water.
The cloud over that.
Oof. Oh, oof. Dear. Rod number 2 on the way in. Last rod coming in.
Except the feet.
Hit it just in case.
That resistance then.
Did you?
Oh mate, look. Fuck's sake. It's freezing out there, I've just spooked something.
It's over.
You're gonna get your rod on there tonight.
Lahu Herzer.
It's over. That's the complete the series, guys. It is 2-1 to Kieran. Is this a best of 5 or best
No,
of 3?
it was a best of 3. You,
Oh,
you know
so,
that.
So that's the end.
That's the end.
Okay.
Right, here's the video together. The end of the series, 2-1.
Yep, 2-1 to Kieran, well done. Hard fought battle though, took you right to the end.
There weren't a lot of fish
Really caught in this series.
was there.
No. Bit disappointed. We'll try some new venues if we do another one.
I don't care about none of that. Just care about winning. Now that's carpy.